originally got the car, and it was to be a driver and something that me and my girlfriend could work on together and kind of do as a pair. We're here to talk about my 267 Barracudas. One's the fastback model, and the other one is the coupe or notchback. Production numbers of these cars for the Barracuda in '67 were somewhere around 65,000, with 30,000 of them being the fastback model and about 28,000 the coupe. The rarer of the three is the convertible, and that's somewhere around 4,500 vehicles. I got into Mopars in the late '70s. I was in my early teens. A friend of mine down the street, David, had a Roadrunner, and I'd go down and work on the car and hang out with him, and he taught me the trade. He taught me brakes and clutches, rebuilding engines, some body work, some paint work. Of course, he was a Mopar guy, so that's pretty much how I got into Mopars. One day I was walking back from his work, and I saw in the back of somebody's yard a Barracuda sitting there, and as I walked up and kind of glimpsed a little closer, I noticed that it was a convertible. So one of the very first cars that I ever owned was the '67 Barracuda convertible that I found sitting in somebody's backyard for $300. The black car I've had for 4 years. The white car I've had just about a year. Both of them were pretty rough shape when I picked them up, but complete cars, which certainly made it worth the investment of time and money. Some of the things that I have done myself are the body work, stripping the car down, the paint work, rebuilding the engine and transmission, doing pretty much all the mechanical work on the car itself. Recently in the black car, I've replaced the front seat covers with legendary upholstery. The thing about the A-bodies is that they don't make a whole lot of repop parts for them. So you have to scrounge all over the nation to try to acquire the parts that are needed. In my case, I've actually had to purchase a parts car to get the parts that I needed from it. Some things in particular about the '67 models in Plymouth in general is this is the first year that they offered real performance packages with their cars as far as the complete car. The black car here, for example, is a Formula S model. It has some handling and performance things with it, including a 273 4-barrel motor, sway bar suspension, the Kelsey Hayes 4-piston calipers in the front, the single resonator in the back, which in this car is still all original to the car. So both of these are fairly rare in their own standings, which is kind of why I grabbed onto them. It is nice to see that the second generation 1967 through '69 Barracudas are really starting to pull and get the recognition that they so deserve.